So that is the biggest reward in itself. The birds can speak to you. You will not ever have to worry about what tomorrow brings in a rather 3D way, because even if a drought is coming, let's say, and that would affect you physically, you were already prepared because you, as I said, learned how to speak with nature. You knew that the drought, and you're already prepared. If not, your neighbor is prepared. So there is a lot of long-term benefits which are guaranteed if one would embrace a natural living. So of course, people are smart. The soul is smart, the brain, everything, the heart is smart, everything is smart. One of your structures will get you there. Or one of your structures will get you a very important person in your life who is there, so you are a connection to another layer, maybe to the more modern world, the more technological world. So everyone has their place in this big interwoven network of faith, fate, and basically human consciousness. The internet, for example. Everyone has a place on the internet. Everyone can create an account, even multiple. So yes. And Mercury is squared by Saturn. And this square is a heavy reality check from Saturn in Aquarius. What is possible and what is not? What is a total utopia, or what is not probable in the now, in the immediate, but can be in the future, and what it is that you already have or are guaranteed to have, so you can evaluate correctly. Saturn will highlight your limitations, but that is not necessarily bad. This is where Saturn will highlight that, of course, I'm not going to be buying some new equipment anytime soon, but I expect that, so it is not really something that painful. It is just a reality check. But I can also appreciate everything that I have in my life which I should not have according to Saturn. So it's not all bad. And this energy is a chemical ingredient for us to make the right choices, and it really basically is the salt and pepper to our, and the spice to the value system. The inner value system, self-worth even, as in, why should we at this moment have, let's say, lower standards to the self than we give already in a lived way to another? Put ourselves to an equal position right now, because right now, not always, right now, getting to the extreme ends of the Piscean energy, the Christ consciousness lived absolutely, like dissolving the self, is not a wise idea. Because give to the divine what is rightfully the divine's, and give the Caesar, the earthly, the telluric, that which belongs to it by right. Justice, the Libra full moon. The wisdom of the Libra full moon that we just had yesterday. Libra is justice. Libra is the goddess Mat, the heart and the feather. If we neglect ourselves, and if we always put ourselves last, then we do not serve the spirit truly, because we neglect our own spirit. We're not that fat, we're not that rich, not even in spirit. Every plant has to extract nutrients and water from the ground. Even cactus, which is like low maintenance, even that needs to feed at one point. So this is our feeding time, the water, Piscean water, Venus, Mars, and it also food. If we do not ingest, then we are not wise. This is where the self has to be also on the pedestal, because we have to mirror that which the sky does when the divine itself says, put the self on a pedestal along with every other structure of your being. You have to do that. receive the caress with love and openness, receive the honor, receive the compliment. Because if you do not, that's not very worthy. Because what do you say to the universe by not receiving? That, okay, I've done the job and I know I did good, but I don't want the reward because I'm that good. Let's not be that good. Because if the ascended grandmasters taught us something, that's the North Node in Taurus, Bhuttavatas the Taurus, that the imperfections are the key to everything. Really, the imperfections. That's why they had to, like Christ's example, Emmanuel, the archangel Emmanuel, that which is him. That's why it had to choose a human form. It needed the imperfection. It needed the clumsiness, the fear, the shyness, the confusedness, the lostness. It needed the vulnerability to temptation. It needed the guts and the courage to cooperate with his older brother. Diplomacy at its finest. So, it needed to be human for all the bad things. So imagine the perfection of that. So we need to be imperfect, so that's why many times we need to respect this Lilith, because she changed. She actually changed. We have to change as well. Our nurturing habits, our toxic and suffocating love has to be less toxic this time, has to be more sugar sweet. We have to give freedom. We have to extend the Cancerian shell onto more people than usually. Let us be brave enough, Cancer, emotional bravery, to be healers, not just for the self and for the select few. Let's just give even to total strangers. And Lilith promises us great rewards, attractions, a lot of attractions of any kind. So she wants to help. Let us allow her to help. Because when she moves on to Leo, later, much later on, of course, the heart. So she should be wise and intelligent emotionally, so that the heart is not dumb. Only a dumb heart makes certain dumb choices. Only in dumb cases is the heart wrong. So we are right now teaching our Liliths, the primordial self and sexuality within us, how to be emotionally responsible, when to be playful, when to be parenting, when to be ego feeding, because sometimes it's necessary because it gets the job done. Someone is petrified and a huge irrational trauma of a dentist, let's say. We feed the ego because we know it will go to the dentist. A positive divine expression of the shadow. So it has a lot of practical uses. Parenting is full of the shadow allures, small lies, deception, and alchemy. It is full. Parenting is full of Lilith. So she's a good parent after all, isn't she? We do the same. So Lilith is also something interior. We don't need to see how other people deceive their children. We are quite good at it ourselves, and I'm not a parent. The closest thing I had to a child was a dog, and it taught me a lot, quite a lot, yes. So, of course, Lilith, parenting is everywhere. If you are a pet owner, you are a parent already. If you're single and take care of yourself, you're a parent to yourself. Parenting is everywhere. We're all parental organisms to something. If you are a mad scientist, you're a parent to your science. we're all creators, we're all parents. This is also the Freudian energy as it embraces and alchemizes with the Jungian energy, the more divine expression of the libido. So this is one of those weeks where all of this is about love. Venus is about love, Lilith in Cancer is about love, even Pluto sextiling Neptune is about what we love, what the soul loves, our soul attractions. The Sun into Taurus is all about love of the five senses, the joy of being alive, the sheer pleasure of existence itself. The flowers, the cherry blossoms, the taste, the touch, the smile, the cheer, everything is the Sun in Taurus. And I would like to wish a very happy birthday to all Taurus natives out there. And so yes, Taurus is not by coincidence the earthly Aphrodite herself. And there is a strong synergy because right now Taurus is empowered by the Sun, Uranus, North Node and all of that, and some dwarf planets as well. Permanent guest Sedna, for example, permanent, and Algol, fixed star. So Taurus is already a Taurus in itself. And the ruler Venus is an exaltation. She is also spiritually sky high. She's truly high in the real literal sense. She sees everything through a rose-tinted glass. So that has a truly positive effect on us. Beauty is everywhere right now. And it feeds us, it inspires us. It does a lot of good. It truly heals and nurtures us. So we can truly alchemize a lot at this time. And the Saturn squaring the nodes of the moon, we're responsible and we do it intelligently. Intelligently as in per spirit, per soul. The eclipse in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. So soul, everything from maternal, the divine feminine inside of you. If you're a singer, if you're an artist of any kind, your rebirth. Your Easter, but you're the Christ. That is what's gonna, regardless of your birth chart, regardless of all. If you're a creator of any kind, it's gonna be big. And I hope it's gonna be the most beautiful story I'll ever read, listen to, experience, or whatever. Because you're probably gonna share it one way or another with me if you're listening to this. So I'm really excited for that, for other people, for me not so much. So this is one of those weeks when, like it or not, our souls are going to be like chains, and it will chain us to what it is that we love. And it's going to be like a really beautiful and passionate and romantic illusion, because we will know that 50% of it is high and the other 50% is lived experience. So we're also a little bit surprised that we know that this time, whatever remains after Venus gets down from the clouds, well, ultimately, we're not gonna stay or be empty-handed. We will have true rewards. So that 50% stays with us. Maybe for some people, for the rest of their lives, Pisces. A memorable moment of the past. Maybe this is one of those memorable moments. So these are very interesting times that we live. So this concludes our horoscope for this week. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to support my work and my channel, you can donate in the PayPal link in the description below. I wish everyone a Venusian week. So create, dream, and alchemize. And perhaps this Pluto trine is going to allow us to live and see our dreams become real. Until next time, bye for now.